Humanity is a complicated species to examine. Humans have intellect unmatched by any other species on Earth. Humans hold the ability to endlessly persevere against the odds. Whether it is nature or other humans that set an obstacle, humans can overcome it and learn how to adapt quickly. It was these two capabilities that led humans to organize into communities and establish the first civilizations. However, humans also have an innate ability, often hid from others and suppressed by society. That is the ability to be unpredictable and use the element of surprise. Unpredictability, when misused, can lead to death and injury of many. Because of this, civilizations had developed into states, adopting law codes and governments to keep the people in check. But as the states grew larger, the control lessened, allowing for unpredictable people to run amok, unchecked. States were forced to create new laws to keep these people from doing these heinous acts of disobedience again. These acts are called crimes. Crimes are actions that constitute offenses that may lead to punishment. They are illegal activities that often come at the cost of someone's life or innocence. Arson, manslaughter, homicide, murder, and theft are all examples of crimes that result in the harm of one or more people. However, much smaller crimes and offenses such as speeding and distracted driving can often result in some form of bodily harm. Society as a whole completely despises crime and the people who commit them, yet no state in history has been able to find the root of these crimes. Many ask, why do people commit crimes and felonies, even though these people know that there are serious consequences? The root of it all can be seen by the corruption of the emotional spectrum. The corruption of the emotional spectrum can spread to corrupt one's mind and spread negative ideas and thoughts. These negative thoughts can lead one to commit crimes to make themselves feel better. When one's mental state is corrupted, they no longer have full control of themselves, as they can be driven by their emotions to make decisions they may regret later. This leads to emotional outbursts that can lead to bodily harm. Using this information, one can draw the conclusion that in order to stop crime, we must not get rid of emotions, but rather get rid of the possibility of negative thoughts. No society has been able to perfect this, until now. World State Labs have created an antidepressant that serves to rid the mind and body of negative thoughts and ideas. A virtual reality trial done by patients taking Soma and patients not taking Soma had shown that those taking the antidepressant have been able to control the situation they were in more easily than the people not taking the drug, because they did not doubt themselves and found a rational solution to the situations. Brain scans had also shown that there was less brain activity in the patients taking the drug, yet they can control the situation and adapt much quicker than the others. It had seemed obvious that by taking Soma, negative thoughts could be eradicated from any person's mind. People can think more clearly and rationally without having to rely on their emotion to drive an argument, statement, or action. Some people may ask, how does Soma work? Soma is an SNRI, a serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. These inhibitors block the reuptake of the neurotransmitters serotonin and norepinephrine. When Soma is ingested, it interacts with the soma of the neuron, also called the cell body. Reuptake is when the neurotransmitters are reabsorbed by a neurotransmitter transporter located along the axon terminal of a neuron. By interacting with the soma of a neuron, the inhibitors can allow for the reuptake to be delayed to allow for the transmitters to grow. Soma can treat depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. Soma also interacts with the cells surrounding the neuron, specifically that of the satellite and Schwann cells. These cells allow for the repair and regeneration of the neuron. Soma can reverse the effects of neurodegenerative diseases such as ALS, Parkinson's disease, and Huntington's disease. By ridding the mind and body of negative thoughts, people can no longer feel the urge to break any laws. People can focus their minds and thoughts into more meaningful activities. They can create new ideas that can help the world state grow into a more stable and productive society. Remember that with a bit of your time, a gram of your mind, Soma can save lives.